Okay? So we have our starting sequence. We want to make sure that the blades on that first stroke, once we get stable, hopefully are a little buried, so we're not going to rip water. So this is good. And then we take one stroke, another, get up slowly increasing length from probably 3/4 or half to then 3/4 or half again to some sort of a 3/4 or something a little longer, 7/8, lengthen, and a full. So something probably in the range of 5 strokes to kind of get the boat moving and get ourselves up to speed. Then from there, we're probably looking at, depending on how much speed work you've been doing, a high 10, 15, maybe 20 if you're young, of just getting those strokes down. Sitting up, a lot of you guys have been talking about this, like just make sure you sit up and use your legs to accelerate the system. Get that rating up. Quick hands and just right to the water. So we're going to be counting out 10 or 15 or maybe 20. And then we know we have to shift down into our base pace, whatever that's going to be. Maybe it's 30, maybe it's 35. It's something that hopefully will say a 3 on it. You know, if it says 26, you're too low. Okay, so we're looking something because we're just going to throwing it down, quick and zippity-doo. Okay, so we're going to, as we're going into this sequence here, and we have to practice this. This is stuff you practice here in the final few days before you depart. So we have our start 5. We have our high something, 10 or 15. So if we're doing, say, just for example, a high 10, we're counting these out, so we do not lose count. Counting these out. 7. And somewhere in the 6 or the 7, we look down if we have some sort of electronic equipment. We need to know what we're at. Because if I'm going to settle, I got to know how far I'm going down. So I look down. Okay, what's my rate? Okay, back up, and I'm still counting. 7, 8, settle in 2 here. So 1, 2, and then I'm going to settle. I'm going to drop the speed on the recovery a little bit, lengthen, long, stick it in, and then really on that stroke, thinking about good power application and suspension, to set that rhythm. And then after 1 or 2 strokes of that, again, I look down and see, where did I settle? Did I hit my mark? Yes or no? If I settle too low, then I just have to a little quicker hands away and I'm good. If I settle too high, then I'm going to have to settle again. So settle again and settle again too. 1, settle, lengthen, just lengthen a little bit, get it in, send it again. Those settle strokes have to be hard. They have to be to set the rhythm. So we hopefully then can just like, there it is. And I can just go through. And I check again. And then from there, I'm taking probably 20 strokes at that settle to find my rhythm. Okay? Got that rhythm. It's like, okay, I'm just kind of getting into my groove. And if I've done that, 250's gone. Awesome. And I'm still all internal. I'm not worrying about, other than the buoys, so I'm going straight, I'm not worried about the other boats. Don't care about them. I'm internal. Find that rhythm. Kind of through. And then kind of hold that in there, kind of really kind of work with that. If you want to put a more length, whatever it is. And then somewhere coming into probably 450 midway, I can take a nice quick glance around to see where do I stack up. What's going on? Where am I in relation to the other boats? And then if I'm going to make a move, I'm going to walk away from somebody, if I'm going to push on somebody, I've got 20 strokes in there to do something. And that's going to get me probably to 600 or so. And then I can, kind of after, I can look after my move, head in the boat, boom, look again, see what's going on. If I want to do another move, respond or whatever, do another move. And that's going to get me to probably 750 something. Okay?
How do you enter a move?
So the move is really just it's a mental, making sure you're maintaining length to the water and just this, you're just staying focused in like getting that boat to move. At that rating, just sending it. And then you after the move you check and see, did I make progress on whatever my objective was? Did I push away from this person? Did I walk up on him? Are we still neck and neck? It's like I just took the move and like looked over and like, nothing happened. They're still right with me. Oh, okay. Do it again. However many. You can do it in 10, you can do it in 20. It's nice, nice little blocks of something. We put a block in, we can count to it, gives our mind something to focus on. Throw those strokes over, we look and say, all right, how did it work? Good. Back. Do it again. You have to be just relentless, pushing it. Because you know they're over there probably looking at the same thing. So it's with sculling in particular, and with singles, it's mostly a head game. Where do you break them? Where do they kind of give it? It's like, I can't do anymore. You're like, boom, done, next. So it's a sense where bigger boats. I mean, with the single, you get out of their field of vision. It's a different ballpark because you can see them. And all of a sudden, with that little ball gone, they can see like maybe your little vapor trail in the water, and that's it. So if you can get out of the field of vision, then it's like I can see their moves coming, I can respond, lots more to work with. So a couple of moves there, probably from 450 to 750, somewhere in there. The 750, again, I'm taking another glance across the whole board, all 6 across. I want to see where I stack up. So a quick look on the drive, quick look, see where I'm at. I know if I'm at the heat what the progression is, where do I have to get to? Or if I'm way ahead and it's like, all right, I'm totally good, I can just cruise and conserve energy because I got 3 more races today. So I have a strategy. If I have to bump it up for the sprint, then going into that just under, probably under 200 to go before I get the red, assuming we have red buoys. Before I get to those buoys, I'm going to just think about sitting up a little more, getting those blades in, getting the hands away a little quicker, and just bring the rate up a little bit. And then it's just push to the line, push to the line, push to the line. One stroke at a time.
Hey Matt, just one point about cruising. One thing to remember about Masters Nationals is the age category differences are significant. So generally, especially if you're in the finals, you can't afford to cruise. There'll be
I was not referring. Yes, good call. I was not referring about not cruising in a final. No. But if you know there's a progression in the heats of 3 to advance or whatever, and you're sitting in 2 and 3 is like way off, it's like, okay, it's only 1,000. I can conserve. So you have to, using the energy resource that you have strategically. But in the final, go. It's a final. You want to see what your time is. So then you're sprinting right to the line, all the way through the line, and it's gonna be, you're looking at, at that point, maybe 25 strokes, a little more than that. Probably by the time you actually think about it, say sprint, got to get yourself worked up to it, and then go. So at that point, you're probably clicking into 150, and then it's just sit up and go into the water. It'll be over soon, and you want to make sure you leave it all in the water. Rather than cross the line and think, I had a little bit more. I was like, all right. And then once it's done, it's done. You're like, let it go. It's like, whew. Whether I did it, whether I didn't, I don't beat myself up about it. I go in, I hydrate, and then I turn around, rinse and repeat probably. Questions about that? Okay, so just remembering here, so this is racing, it has the opportunity to be fun. Has the opportunity. These challenges, which initially at the starting line, feel very anxious, and it's like, these are great growth opportunities. So if we frame our reference in such a way that we're saying that this is me kind of expanding and learning how to be more. I look at it in that way as opposed to, I don't know, getting a root canal or something. So I'm doing this, and then I finish, and it's like, now I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that for another 12 months. Awesome, but whatever it is. But I'm looking to kind of just see what it is, and then it's not a beat me up kind of, it's congratulate the people and good race kind of stuff, and bring your boat back safely. Okay. Isn't it awesome? Isn't it great? I get
just listening.
I get that just from watching watching races again. It's that exciting. I get tingles. It's so cool to see that. You see it, you feel it, it's like, oh, this is the best, man. It's just so cool. And then be able to go and just race, and it's great. So you guys are very fortunate you're able to take advantage of that. So today, if you want to see, particularly if you're looking at efficiency of your settles, efficiency of the first 5 of your starts, we really do want to make sure that those feel very comfortable. So if you have not been practicing those every time you go out, let's see them today when you pass by, so I can just kind of see if there's any little tweaks. But we want to make sure that these are very nice and pristine. Okay? And then we will kind of, that will be, it. And then we have the one piece, the one bit on Wednesday. Alrighty? Okay, let's launch away, guys.